Are we good? Greetings and gratitude to all life forms and life workers who have found this cosmic moment of silence. Greetings and gratitude to you, wherever you may be, whoever you may be, whatever you may be, welcome. We have Bone. Go right into it. DYB, if you're here, please say stop. If not, I'll stay stop when I feel compelled. To the one who helps the children in need. Okay. To the woman who helps the children in need, keep holding the torch, keep being the flame bearer. Know that you will be successful in this endeavor. Find that flame within you right now. You don't have to wait to ignite the flame. It's already lit. Hold that mighty torch. Walk forward. Know that you are changing. You are giving birth to a new identity, to a new aspect of yourself that you have not been able to fathom, not been wanting to look at, not wanting to jump into, but feel this labor, go through this process. Know that your gift is receiving large quantities of wealth and being able to use that wealth to give to other people as well. Find that giving and receiving within you. Know you've already done it. Look at all of the reviews and messages you've received and see that your actions have already helped people. And know that the amount of help that you will do going forward is massive. Stand in that and feel that excitement, that mastercraft of that moment you have now. Celebrate it. Look down the barrel and know that even shrouded in darkness, there is always the internal light of you. Thank you, the woman who helps the children in need. Okay, ARCTURIANs. If you're an ARCTURIAN, you feel connected to the ARCTURIANs, or you just want a message, please say stop. And anybody now or in the future, if you say it loud enough, I'll stop. Okay. Stand in that brightness. Stand in your light. Know that the success of this moment now is happening. Jump into the excitement. Feel that moment of bliss that happens when you succeed after working so hard to get to this point. No, it was not easy, but you have this within you, this mastery of being able to go to the highest level and back to see the highest light and back. Know the Arcturians are in the sun. This is one of the many places the Arcturians have bases. And know that we may not be able to perceive that, but it is true in so many aspects. The more that you can see that your connection to the Arcturians is in the stars and is always here to remind you that our star is just one of many in a grand cosmos. To any starseeds. Reading starseeds. If you're a starseed, hello. Thank you for being from the stars. Okay, please say stop if you want this message, or I'll stop when I feel compelled. Long past, somewhere in some September, there was cold, wintry weather. It felt so strange, but the locals would never surrender to the natural phenomenons. Oh no, they knew they were better. They had this perception, this concept. Well, it ended up being something a little bit so conscript, a little bit more toxic, a little bit stranger and odder than they thought, a little bit cosmicer and broader. It brought so much strangeness, so much new, so much that is strange, at least between me and you. From this earth plane, it is one way. In the cosmic dimension, it sways in the other way. But we find it, and the simple people, they just say, "Aw, man, it's obscure these days." The strange people, they don't know where to go, the rhythm and sways. But they feel it, they know it, they hear it, the ways, they make it feel. They make it swell, they make it well, and so much to at least the place that they dwell. They don't expand it too far, they keep it close. And they love the rhythm of the stars. Greetings, 3 people, 3 likes. Much love, everybody. Okay, we got the goddess. The goddess. Hello. Freya, hello. Freya. Goddess Divya J. Goddess Freya. Please read the thing that's on the screen. To begin other prompts of questions. Thank you for being here, Divine. So, I was thinking, what would be the best way to simplify? What would be the best way to describe what I do in these broadcasts in the least amount of words possible? I think these are good 3 words in the title. So, Cosmos of audience. I say, here we go. Pick your symbol, pick your or probability. If you choose symbol, you will get a symbol reading. If you choose probability, you will get a probability reading. Divya J, you are a divine force. You are the profound entity of the cosmos. You are able to be in that strength and know that Michael, the other archangels, and supreme cherubim that we can't even perceive, the be not afraid fact of the really traumatic force of what an angel may see. Be this light and know that this was who you are meant to be. Stand in your might and roar and be set free. Let Narasimha come and eat them alive and know that the ego deserves to die. So it can be reborn again as an ally that has the ability to fly. So there's 3 ways of doing symbols. So you both choose symbols. Okay. So symbols, you could either I have books of symbols, and we can just do book readings. You can choose any symbol you want. Choose 3 symbols, and then I will give you a symbol reading. Or I can go to book and give you 1 symbol reading from the book, or 3 if you just choose. You're both moderators, so you can post links to your symbols if they're more obscure symbols that you don't want to describe. You just want to show me. Okay, I'm going to start with Divya J. Archangels is in this book of symbols. Okay, so we got angels. So here's what the angel actually looks like. There's a wheel. There's a human-like figure with 4 wings. The wings have millions of eyes on them. It is constantly spinning. It produces sounds of trumpets and thunder. And if you look too closely, you may go blind. If you hear too openly, you may go deaf. If you breathe too much, you may go lose your sense of taste. So, since angelology is more in the domain of theology than symbology, we must restrict ourselves to a few general observations. The messengers of God mentioned in the Old Testament received the Greek Latin angeli. They were viewed as a first personification of the will of God, as members of a heavenly host or court of the God, the King. Divided into 9 different orders. I'm not going to list them. So the angel generally receives a symbolic treatment as being the will force of Creator. So here we go. There are many portrayals of cherubim with fiery swords as the guardians locked against the gates of paradise. Seraphim are servants of God's throne. The archangel Gabriel at the Annoncium, Michael fighting the dragon Lucifer, Uriel at Christ's empty grave, angels with Jacob's ladder, and the Baroque, angels leading the souls cleansed in purgatory as they float to heaven. So understand that you are battling a dark force now. There's a negative dragon that you need to conquer, and know that your flaming sword of yourself and Michael is powerful enough to make it through. Find this Divya J and amplify. So fight the dragon, Divya J. Know you will succeed. He said cross. Wow. Oh, okay. Cross is a pretty long one. I'm not going to show you the picture, but there's a lot of crosses. Okay. Cross, the most universal symbol of the simple symbolic figures. Its importance is no way limited to the Christian world. First of all, it represents spiritual orientation, the inner section of vitality above/below, and horizontal/right/left axis, the bringing together of multiple dualities in a single whole that moreover suggests the human form with the arms extended. Its extremities are suggestive of the Quartri, the magic of four, or when the point of intersection one own standpoint is included, a quintux or pentad, the magic of five. Like the circle, the cross enters into a structure of mandalas, as well as temples and churches. Crosses often figure prominently in cosmology, representation of a wide varieties of cultures. The paradise of the Bible, which the four rivers flowing from it, was similarly represented. A cross inside a circle, and additionally to its cosmological associations, also stands the division of the year into four parts, and also four directions into a compass. So the cross is into the with its vital axis, the cross links zenith and nadith, and thus symbology related to the axis mundi, or the polarity of the universe. Laid horizontally, it dictates a square into equal coordinates as the ideal plan of the Roman city, with the streets of Rome representing the cross. Many streets of holy cities around the world are built in this way. In African traditions, guides for conjurers and exorcists recommend that they pass through crossroads whenever possible, apparently because they recall the arrows of the Magyar conquerors. Other crosses used in magical practices include the tree cross, the shamrock cross, symbolizing St. Patrick, and the flatterite with its fattered extremis, and the apple cross. Some incarnations of the universality of the cross symbol is offered in the account written by the Inca descendant Vega. In Cuzco, the Inca rulers possessed a cross made of reddish-white marble called crystalline jasper. It is impossible to say how long they had this cross. It was square in its proportions, and broad as it was high. It was some 3/4 of an eel in each direction, or perhaps less, and each arm measured 3 fingers in breadth and thickness. It was masterfully hewn from a single block of marble, the corners neatly fashioned, and the stone highly polished and gleaming. They kept it in one of the royal residences, called the Hakuka, Huacca, which means sacred place. Although they did not pray to it, they did revere it, presumably because of its formidable beauty or some other reason to which they did not put a name. Similar stone crosses were found in ruins of Myonin, Crete, on the pedestal of a square model. So crosses are an international and universal cosmic symbol. When you see the cross of any form, it does not represent Christianity. It represents humanity, represents mankind. It represents the human aspect of being in yourself and having the intersection of the duality within you. So find this intersection and find this glory. I've been seeing the symbol of the cross very powerfully as well, Freya. And it's a different concept of what the cross is. The cross is an ancient symbol. And may this ancient symbol continue to show its power. So Go again. I'll give all moderators 2 readings today. So you get another reading, symbol or probability. And then I will ask you another series of questions. To anyone in the future, may you find the ancestors love you, know that they care about you, know that those who have gone before you have left so much for you to experience. There are people holding on to it for you, and these kind people deserve respect. And know that this beautiful process of ancestry is coming to you now. Stand in it, accept it, and enjoy it to the highest. Thank you, person in the future. Okay. Thank you, Divya J. Thank you for being a lioness. Thank you for being the strength of your powerful devotion. Feel this energy you have. Know your deities are listening, and they are doing the work because you are too. Freya, you are the divinity that heard my prayer. Thank you for finding this broadcast, and may you find a little joy. May that gold around your neck gleam a little more powerful tonight. And may your power of mystic magic, just this one night, feel a little more lunar and as bright. May it shine a little brighter in the darkness of night. Then Divya J, send me an email, and I do archangel readings for a private session. It's a 5-card archangel channeling reading where I bring in the archangels through my body, and they give you a reading for about a half hour. And we can record it, and you can watch it multiple times to receive the multiple archangel messages. But I do archangel private channeling sessions, and Michael's one of the ones I work with the most. But also the one that shares a name with me. He's always with you, correct. How does Archangel represent, how does he interact in a Hindu pantheon? Which deity does he work closest with? Okay. Now's your time. Now is the most precious time. Now will never come again. I cried when I read your mail. I didn't know how to respond. So would you like another symbol, or would you like probability, Divya J? Please say stop. Anybody, now or in the future. Well, I see him around you. DYB, helping the children in need. Rewind this video to the very beginning and get your reading, and then come back, because you got a reading at the very beginning. Or you can just say stop. Okay, Divya J, do you want bone? Do you want resin? Or do you want wood? Type in your answer. The swallow. Frugality, resurrection, happiness, and luck for you, Divya J. The arrival of the swallow signals the awakening of nature, the rising of sap in trees, and the return to life. The messenger of spring is an obvious symbol of fertility and rebirth. Even resurrection. A perfect illustration of this idea is the Egyptian legend that describes the nightly transformation of the goddess Isis into a swallow as she mourned the dead body of her husband Osiris. When she eventually resurrected after many Victalis, the Chinese, who consider the bird as a good luck symbol charm, believe that when the swallow builds its nest in the roof of a house, it heralds the coming of a child and good luck for the family. An ancient Chinese legend tells of young girls who miraculously fell pregnant after eating swallow's eggs. For sailors, this bird is seen as a sign of good luck, as a good omen and bearer of good news because it announces that land is near. The swallow has also inspired local legends in France. In a region of Lorraine, it is associated with the goddess Mary, because it is said to arrive at the feast of Abdication in the desert on the feast of the Nativity of the Virgin. So know that you are deeply connected to the change. You are deeply connected to a universal change. Be that swallow, be that envoy of spring, Divya J, and feel that change constantly. Okay, DYB. DYB, your symbol is the number 7. There's 7 crows flying into this house. Okay, 7 is total perfection. Together with 3, the most sacred of numbers, it holds a deep significance for all cultures. For existence. The Bible tells us that God created the world in 7 days. In 6 days and rested on the 7th. But the figure appears many other times in sacred texts. According to Jewish tradition, the 7th day is the day of rest, and the 7th year is the time to rest the land. Further examples of the teachings that God has 7 eyes, and that angels are divided into 7 hierarchies, and the sacred candlestick has 7 branches. 7 is the total of space and time, as well as perfection. 7 is the number of days. Christians add a moral dimension to the spiritual complexities through the 7 deadly sins, the 7 sacraments, and the 7 gifts of the Holy Spirit. Fairy tales are even permeated by this number, whether it's the 7 ravens of the Brothers Grimm, Tom Thumb as the youngest of 7 brothers, Bluebeard's 7 wives, and Snow White's 7 dwarfs. Eastern civilizations also make the number 7 a representation of perfection and wholeness, while the 7 symbolizes the 7 heavens of Buddhism, as well as the 7 energy centers or chakras in yoga. 7 is a cosmic number. 7 is a cosmic frequency. Find the 7 force within you. Love this. Know that you are complete, Divya J, and your life is constantly becoming more than what you thought it was. Hello, Lex. Thank you for being a Virgo. If you would like your message, please choose symbol or probability. Okay, next, Divya J. Please say stop. Divya J, then Freya's dragon message. And then it will be you, Mr. Lex. And symbol is dragon. Okay. I saw that in the book, so let's go. Dragon. Okay. Do you want big symbols or little symbols? Okay, here he is. The Drigon. Okay. Divya J. You can say stop or stop when I feel compelled. Here's some depictions of dragons from around the world. So let's please say big or small symbols. Okay. Then Divya J, here is your message. Your ancestors and those who have passed behind you love you deeply, care about you totally. Find this love and prosperity. Stand in your success of your practice. Know that you are worthy and victorious of the light. Divya J, know that your momentum, your horse is in the stable. Go out and ride into the sun, and know that you have the strength to sustain in the warmth, in the light, and in the brightness. Okay. So Lex, choose a number between 1 and 168. So choose in either of those spectrums for your message. Okay. And here we go, Goddess Freya. What the Dragon Says from this book, The Dictionary Symbolism by Hans Bitterman. Okay. Dragons provide an important ingredient in the symbologies of many people. They are always portrayed as reptilian in form, at times like winged crocodiles or gigantic snakes. What are the origins of this symbol? The attempt to associate them with those dragons that once really existed, the dinosaurs of the Mesozoic era, does not consecrate a immediately satisfactory explanation, since the dinosaurs were never contemporaries of the human race, which first walked the earth some 100 million years after their extinction. The theories of giants propose a primordial memory reaching back far past the ancient dawn of humanity. The perceivement of the images of the dinosaurs in the myths of creation. Dragons are usually violent, primordial creatures who must be defeated by the gods. Lesser heroes and ancestors of noble lines take on the role of dragon slayers. Intellectually superior humans overcoming the untamed natural world. In fairy tales and legends, slaying the dragon is a frequent test of the hero's mantle. If he succeeds, he will obtain the treasure or free a captive princess. The dragon is here a symbol of the bestial element which must be defeated with strength and discipline. In Christian symbology, the dragon embodies the demonic element, or the satanic figure known as Lucifer, whom the archangel Michael is known to defeat, and plunged into the pit of hell. Dragons are therefore often associated with fire and portrayed as breathing fire, or else the creatures of that primordial chaos which was to be destroyed only through discipline marshalling of mental and physical powers. So, by conquering the dragon is a deep symbol, Freya, of being able to conquer your own primal rage, hate, and fury through conscious willpower and mental and physical prowess. In contrast, in the Oriental conception, the dragon is usually understood in East Asia as the symbol of happiness, capable of of producing the potion of immortality. It represents the primal sense yang of Chinese philosophy, procreation and fertility. Many legends of fairy tales and dragons play a leading role, and which in the fine arts and um, motif. The number of dragons on the brocade garments of the generals of ancient China was precisely regulated, and only the emperor's garment might have 9 of the Han Dynasty. So, in Africa and the Americas, however, there are no clear dragon symbology, although in ancient Mexico, Incas, there was mythological serpents that did have great prominence. So the serpent is a deep, and dragon is a great, powerful symbol of both magical prosperity, Freya, and conquering the innermost rage beast. Find the powerful balance between them, and find that harmony and that potion of immortality and that fire of life at the same time. Okay, thank you. Lex, number 15. Your symbol is the bee. This is the soul, vitality, work, and loyalty. Industrious and disciplined, tireless worker bees work intensely to produce 2 rare treasures, honey and wax. Christians compare the former to the spiritual sweetness of the Holy Scriptures, while the latter is used to make the holy candles that give light to the world. In ancient times, the bees buzzing constant buzzing was considered a symbol of equilibriance. The, the same is found in Christianity. For instance, the legend has it that the face of the Saint Ambrose, the 4th century bishop of Milan, was distinct and a distinguished preacher, had been covered by a swarm of bees while he was in his cradle. Saint Bernard of Clairvaux, another famous preacher from the 18th century, is another represented by the bee, which in this case symbolizes the Holy Spirit. But the bee is also given other symbolic meanings in Christianity. Representing the spring is compared to the resurrection of Jesus, and therefore often considered a representation of the soul. This explains its presence on many Christian tombs. The ancient belief in bees' non-sexual reproduction also leads to it becoming a symbol of vitality, virginity, and being associated with the Virgin Mary. Finally, its strict social structure, collective discipline, and uneasing toil makes it a symbol of hard work, wisdom, and loyalty. To me, Lex, it's a symbol to keep going. Know you are not alone. Know that you are telepathically connected to some higher hive mind. And know that your virginity, your freshness, your new Virgo aspect is perfect. Find that Virgo is also sometimes symbolized as a bee, and that you're tapped into that natural reproductive endless force that is constantly radiating your frequency. So thank you. Divya J, thank you, Freya. Please stay tuned if you can. The messages may not be meant for you, but they still might resonate. If not, I hope you have a great day. Magical day for you. So Lex, you are not alone. Know that your time to be fertile, your time to create, your time to reorganize, to have a mission, to have a hard work statement is key. Flutter and fly and know that your flight may be impossible, but it still can happen. The way that you made it happen, not the way it was supposed to happen. Have a good night, Divya J. It's very early morning for me. Okay, anybody who's here, please say the word here to receive a special poem. Thank you, Lex. I appreciate your subscription. Go through a lot of my archived content. Click on a random part in the video, and most likely the lion will have a special message just for you that will be strangely relevant to what is currently happening. I got a lot of content here, Mr. Lex, and I know that you will be victorious because the Virgos tend to always be victorious. Well then, Divya J, thank you, and I appreciate you and Freya both answering my prayers. I pray to Deva, please bring a devotee to remind me of my connection to my live stream. Almighty Freya, please bring some message to know that you hear my prayers. So whether or not you two know, but it's still an answer to my prayers. So I'm happy, and I'll give you like infinite readings. So Freya, please. Lex, go to playlists, and there might be one of the playlists that strikes your interest. That's the best. Most of my best content is in the playlist, but there's a lot to explore. Okay, please say stop, universe, or I'll stop when I feel compelled. Five, four, three, two. Okay. So hello, person in the future. I hope you're having a good day. Know that your reality is weird. What does that mean? It means you make it what you want to make it. Your life is not pre-written. Your destiny is not already written down. It's not carved in stone. It's not written in the bones. What it is a blank page. It's your choice. You are weird. That means you make it happen. There's no predestination. There's no identity that was told you need to be. You're the archer. You decided to choose to be who you wanted to be, to make that dedication, to have the eye of the hawk, to know that you can hit the target every time because it's already within you in the state of mind. Okay. Person now or in the future, please say stop. Anybody. Okay, person in the future. The number is 9. It's universality. It's fullness. It's the end of the cycle and its rebirth. The number 9 is mentioned in many myths and legends. It symbolizes perfection, fullness, and completion of an action. For example, it took 9 nights for the love of Zeus to create the 9 muses who embodies the arts and knowledge in many traditions. Perfect order in the universe is symbolized by the number 9. For the ancient Chinese, heaven and earth each had 9 levels. The figure was found everywhere, both in the 9 administrative regions of the Middle Kingdom, present-day China, and in the design of the gardens and palaces. In order to reach the emperor's throne, one must have climbed 9 steps and passed through 9 gates. The Aztec and Mayan underworld, also those of the Mongols and Egyptians, were divided into 9 levels. 9 is the last of the single-digit numbers, the one that completes the cycle and allows it to start again. Whether the number by which it is multiplied, the result is always reduced to itself and returns to the starting point. For example, 9 times 47 equals 423, and 4 plus 2 plus 3 equals 9. Therefore, it is associated with the final accomplishment that rewards patience. Likewise, it is the number of months of gestation leading up to the birth of a child. This notion of creation and maturation is even found in the way the number 9 is drawn, and the design resembling a shoot emerging from a circle. So, whoever you are, wherever you are, may you be 9. May this 9 force come to a completion, as this video does. I say thank you for finding this broadcast. I might do another one later on, so stay tuned. I'm calling all the cosmos. Hello. Okay, please say stop, universe, or I'll stop when I feel compelled. Please. Received a private message from a secret person that does not want to be revealed on this thing, but here's their magic letter. So, some people say, hey, Lion, why did you start doing tarot? I say, I like runes way much better. I liked it better from the start. You all didn't like runes, and now I love it. Because I planted the seed long ago. I believed in the runes. I believed in the magic of the Nordic blood that flows through my veins. I believed in the power. When I heard the name, I knew that there would be money. Very few money I had at that time. I had very little, and I spent all I had on these runes because I knew that it would be paid back. I knew that this wealth would come forward to me. I knew that even in the hard times, the runes would be there with me. I knew that I was meant to be a runic reader. I knew that the runes were my path in my life. And so I hold it and always know it. So I say thank you, everybody. And may you have a beautiful and cosmic evening. Mysterious strangers keep on questing. And I look forward to seeing you in the next Cosmic Broadcast.